Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another epic video. Ladies and gentlemen, today, ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about something a bit more serious this time. It's about grifters in movies, TV, and video games. Whilst I wouldn't go as far as saying this Tony YouTuber and saying that they've completely ruined these pieces of media, it's definitely ruined discussions about these pieces of media. And first off, we have neurotic. Neurotic is just neurotic. Just doesn't. I don't know what to say of this. Um, that is how female Silver Surfer is gonna ruin Fantastic Four first steps. Yeah, because she's a female in this movie. Going with the Shallow Ball version. His main complaints about her were, or that her CGI doesn't look as good and the voice isn't the best one. Apparently, and despite being an antagonist, she is critiquing that she smiles during when she says the plane's gonna be destroyed. I'm kind of sorry, that's really stupid. To say any of this ruins the movie is just flat out wrong. And his main critiques were based off rumors in that video. Was she hating on it because the Silver Surfer was a female in this movie? I mean, there's a female version of Silver Surfer in the Marvel comics, so I don't know why you're complaining about it that much. But yeah, there was no real reason to hate on the Silver Surfer because the movie wasn't even out that yet when he made the video. So Neurotic's just kind of really stupid. Give me a second. Damn it, I typed it wrong. Sorry guys, I just... Next up we have the Critical Drinker. Yeah, he's just... I don't know what to say. He's not very good. I'll say that. The Critical Drinker has some of the dumbest stuff to say on the internet about movies. Like, Thunderbolts, he literally... about mental health, and he complains that, that with Yelena, nothing's really going on in their life, and that she's depressed, that it's basically just an exact replica of feminism. I don't know how the hell he comes up with that stuff. And yeah, his other videos aren't much better. better. I mean, like, his Predator Badlands review, I feel like he didn't even watch the movie because he complains about how, Deck, the main character, should just go after being sent to another planet. After getting sent to another planet after his brother was killed by his father, should just immediately go back to kill his father. Although the ship kind of crash landed. Yeah, he kind of skipped that part entirely. And this just shows how much, and that's not, it obviously shows his viewer skills, because it feels like he didn't even watch the movie because of this basic plot point he just completely somehow missed. And this could be saved by the movie he made, except the movie sucked. So he makes bad reviews, and he can't even make a good movie. Yeah, he critiques other movies. Yeah, it's safe to say he's not very good. Once again, this is another guy who complains about girl bosses constantly. Just like in his first Andor season 1 review, he said they could lose some of the side characters because apparently they were girl bosses. I don't know why he refused to elaborate on why. Same thing with Predator Badlands review. He refused to elaborate on the problems and didn't give any ways to fix said problems. So this is obviously a bad picture. Now, to be honest, it takes too much time to write these out. But lastly, I'm going to talk about. There's two more left. That's Ranting for Vengeance and Andy Pants Game. Ranting for Vengeance. Oh my god, he just freaking sucks. This guy is so racist. I have no clue how you can just when. So it. This guy is just. This guy is just. this guy. This guy just is so batshit insane. It's insane in itself. In his Superman review, in one of his Superman videos, it was when he brought up Mr. Terrific's actor. He said he wasn't even going to try. He said, and I quote, "I'm not even going to try to pronounce his foreign name." That's what he literally said. My God, and Fantastic Four First Steps review was just bad as well. It was. He said so much stupid stuff in that. Like, first off, he said for Mr. Fantastic in the opening, he literally said it's Mr. Fantastic, like, in the opening, Mr. Fantastic walking around with like white t-shirt doing things in his home. He said it and it looks like he's looking for his lost taco or boyfriend, dude. And in another one, in another moment of that video, he said he looks like at several moments he looks like a 300-pound Mexican gardener that needs to get sent over the border. Wait, and then he plays a clip of him running set to Mexican music. That is insane. And then he goes on to describe that Ben that that the thing's entire character is just that, hey, I'm Jewish, and that for some reason, and then in another scene he says that when he creates the scene of when Johnny put two fingers in the sauce, tasted it, and he put it in his mouth to taste it. he literally called Johnny gay just for doing that. Yeah, he's also a womanizer. The video was nothing but honestly, and then he went to then he said there were so many complaining about how many minorities were in this movie, saying there's so many black people you think it's Africa or something along the lines of that. And then he said, and in the same video, he says he shares like a photo of Pedro Pascal like merging Fantastic Four and Superman symbols because they were both coming out in July. And he said it looks like they're creating a gay flag. What the hell is he on? So this guy's just stupid. And believe in one in a video where he mentioned My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, he said all he said for why all he said for when he said the Spider Verse movies are bad, and the only real thing he said in that video about Spider Verse being bad is that Miles Morales is not a good character. You know, the black character. So yeah. Lastly, we're talking about Andy Pants Gaming. This guy is probably the worst grifter of all. Because I swear to God, this guy. This guy just does so much messed up. This guy just says so many wrong things on his channel about freaking wokeness. Apparently, there's definitely some games that are woke. Like, I mean, I won't say there isn't any wokeness at all. In terms of wokeness, I think it's mostly just when you're running is so bad when to compensate for poor running you have to push an agenda, whatever. But either way, Andy Pants game, he is just. I believe this guy is just this. This guy is like so freaking. This guy is so wrong in so many ways. Not to mention, this guy literally created his own game where it was basically called Chad versus Gay Nazi, like S, and where and in this game it was basically all AI images, and it had like there was a daughter in the game that was based off his daughter, and there was a scene involving her that was so bad it caused Annie Pants' wife to leave him and take the kids. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, I don't want to tell you it because it's messed up. Honestly, go look for the reason at your own risk. But yeah, this guy just does not just this guy does not shut up about women being the main protagonist in games and how there's gay people in games, how there's trans people in games, there's black people in games, there's Jewish people in games. This guy does not shut up about this stuff. And this guy just in one of his videos he said not even about he complains about Ghost Yote and how the main character who is a woman is able to hold multiple weapons like a katana and says a biological woman couldn't even do this. And he goes even farther and says that he has a friend who's been martial arts his entire life, and he told him that it's possible for women to do this, and women lack the upper body strength to use these weapons. I mean, dude. Okay, first off, in the clip you're using, it's a katana. You don't need a lot of upper body strength to use a katana. It's a very lightweight weapon. So this guy, and he says this game's a flop because Ghost of Tsushima sold 13 million copies, and by now I think Ghost of Yosei has sold like 3 million copies. First of all, how is that a flop? And dude, Ghost of Tsushima came out like 5 years ago. Did you think it made that much money in its like first day, week, month, or year? What the hell are you high on? This is exactly my point. These people, these people, these people cannot be this dumb. Really, they're mostly spreading lies. They could be that dumb, but I don't think I can believe it. Really, I don't think I can really believe it. Really. Honestly, I should have just put the camera in my face this entire video, but whatever. Now, do I think that sometimes video games are woke? I mean, I guess so. Dustborn and Concord are definitely fit the attributes of being woke, but overall they're bad games anyway, so it honestly doesn't really matter if they're woke because they're bad games from to begin with. And I want to end off, and the truth is, just don't react to any of their videos, like Neurotic, Critical Drinker, like Griffin Gaming, Ranting for Vengeance, or Andy Pants Gaming. Just don't give these people any attention at all. You know, while I do, while I do respect YouTubers like the Gaming Rift, SK, and like High C, I think he is like High C. I think that's the YouTube name for like showing how bad these people are. Just don't give these people attention. It's not good. I won't give them attention either, honestly. Just to yeah. And the thing is, it feels you know bad bad games do exist and they deserve to be criticized. But when you, but when, but when you, but when you, but when you, but lying about a game just to make a few bucks out of people's reactions, that's just loser activity, man. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, notifications for some of my future videos. Without further ado, bye bye. Bye bye.